I have faith that the Constitution will be saved as prophesied by Joseph Smith. But it will not be saved in Washington.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. Now, boys and girls, this is a video about consequences. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints closed down bishop storehouses during a worldwide pandemic. They didn't even have it storage built up for such an emergency anyway. They were instead collecting money for savings. So they're prepared money-wise, but for food-wise, nope. They turned it on Mormons. They used to tell Mormons to get a year's supply, and then they just went silent. No longer required of the Mormons. They told Mormons you need to be self-reliant. Bishops were to keep the assistance to a temporary condition. They weren't supposed to use the bishop storehouses for welfare. Even though, what do the disabled do, for example? What about the elderly? But nevertheless, the church is unprepared with food in their bishop storehouses. The story of Joseph in Egypt is about the necessity to store surplus food during times of prosperity, so that when times such as these occur, you're prepared and can take care of people. Of course, it doesn't help that our government has purposely escalated the virus crisis in America and the governor in the state of Utah. So these are the consequences of escalating the virus in the first place. And so Trump purposely escalated it, called it a hoax, held rallies to gather people together into groups, and was purposely downplaying it so that people would get infected here in America. All the talk about, oh, it's ruining my numbers for my election. He already won the election when the Senate acquitted him. There is going to be no election. The primaries are over. Of course, Biden won, but Biden's now in a scandal himself, as Democrats are desperately trying to support Biden over the accuser, so that we can have somebody better than Trump. I guess they don't want Bernie. I don't think he's got an accuser for sexual harassment yet. He's got communist scandals of, what was it, a Cuban president, or I can't remember who, but anyway. So you have an escalation, purposely caused. You've got no medical equipment that's given to the hospitals to take care of people because of this escalation that is caused. No testing given to find out who has it, who's got antibodies for it, and who doesn't have it. And you've got no protection for the populace and for the nurses and doctors, and you've got no vaccine because it's a brand new virus, and thus it escalates. And so you eventually get to the point where you say, okay, people, stay home. Herbert used the stay home, stay safe. It's no longer stay home, stay safe anymore. It's, oh man, this is going to take too long. They've got a new slogan now on their corona. It's working, Utah. Stay strong. See, working This was when Governor Herbert said, get back to work. It's working. Utah, stay strong. See how they're wording that? Just pure evil. But at first it was stay home. Stay safe. Then businesses close because people are staying home. They have to have businesses stay closed. Only necessary businesses are to stay open, grocery stores. But that causes an increase in unemployment. And they phased it to have the unemployment spread out over these last month or so. And we're now in record-breaking territory beyond the Great Depression. And as that occurred, people were signing up for welfare to get free government money. And when you've got record number of unemployed seeking government money, free government money, that then led to governors saying, we're reopening to get you off of welfare and back to work. But that escalates the virus. As we still have no medical equipment, we're still not getting tested, we're still not being protected, we still don't have a vaccine. And so then you have no employees because the level of sickness has escalated, the level of hospitalizations, the level of deaths have escalated. And so businesses are forced to close. And on Monday, sure enough, Utah, businesses started closing that were not necessary jobs. The antique store, for example, the mom and pop stores are closing because they can't survive. People want to spend their money on survival things, food, rather than on antiques and decoration and stuff. And so businesses are closing. People go back to the unemployment line. They got taken off unemployment, now they're back on it again. But now, necessary businesses are suffering. The meat packing plants, outbreaks, they're closing. Trump ordered them back open, but you can't open if you've got no employees because they're all in the hospital. And so as a result, we're now seeing the consequences of the meat packing plants and other necessity businesses that have had outbreaks, as there are no food on the shelves at the grocery stores. No supplies for the people. And we saw that with toilet paper instantly because of the way they set up the toilet paper. It's private industries that stupid. And so when you have no supplies for the people, and they're unemployed, and there are no businesses, people start dying of hunger. And violence escalates. We've already seen it here in Utah. Violence has escalated. I'm pretty sure it's happening elsewhere also. Those are the consequences of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints not having been prepared as they told Mormons to do so instead, when their preparedness was all about making lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money, rather than taking care of the welfare of Zion. And the Book of Mormon talks about that. Priestcraft is the unique word given for religious leaders who are only in it for the money and not for the welfare of their flock. The church turned it on Mormons, said, no, you got to be prepared, but keep giving us money. We're not going to help you in times of need. It's up to you. You're to blame if you aren't prepared. If you've been poor, oops, oh well, bye, you're unworthy. Zoramites, if you remember that one. The poor Zoramites who built their synagogues were unworthy after they finished the synagogues to worship in the synagogue at the Rameumptom. Book of Mormon tells you exactly how to identify corrupt businesses, government leaders, and religious leaders. Mormons weren't paying attention, I guess.